Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going to be looking at a quick Kansas City Chiefs 2023 NFL Draft profile. Alright, first things first, there's not going to be any tape in this video, as I've mentioned in the other ones, just hard for us to get the rights to use that. And secondly, there's some people working on the roof right now, so if you hear a bit of banging around, I'll try and edit around it. But just be patient, I appreciate that. Okay, so first things first, the Chiefs obviously don't have a ton of team needs as they just won the Super Bowl. They did lose a bunch of key pieces in free agency, but they've mostly stemmed that with a couple free agent signings. The ones we're looking at are wide receiver, obviously, because Juju Smith-Schuster left and so did Mecole Hardman. Defensive tackle, because Frank Clark is now a free agent. And they also need a bit of offensive line. I know they signed Juwan Taylor after losing Orlando Brown, but he's moving from right to left, so another right tackle could be in order in the draft. So first, we're going to look at Nolan Smith for their first round pick, pick number 31. Remember, the Miami Dolphins forfeited their pick, so there are only 31 picks in the first round. Now, Nolan Smith might not get to the Chiefs because his athletic profile at the Combine was so insane, but we're just going to assume that he does fall down because he's not the most polished prospect, but he does have a lot of upside. So Smith is as I say right here, a kind of ball pursuit edge rusher. He can get to the ball quickly, whether the quarterback has it or whether it's some sort of short pass on the outside or maybe even a run play. We're going to look at our draft expert, Joe Detulio's draft profile right here. As you can see, in 2022, had 18 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 pass defended, but he only played in 8 games. He did have an injury, which cost him the rest of his senior season. So his strengths, like I said, his athleticism is off the charts, as you saw in the draft combine. He changes direction well, as I mentioned, ball pursuit, and he tracks down the ball very quickly. He did have a torn pec, which, like I said, cost him his senior season, but he should be back to full strength very soon. His measurables, we're talking about his size here, are a bit under what you would want for an edge rusher nowadays. He's short and he's light, but like I said, he makes up for it in his quickness. So I think that would be a great first-round pick for the Chiefs if he does fall to them. Secondly, we're going to go down here, Luke Musgrave. Now, I've talked about Luke Musgrave before in these NFL draft profiles. I believe I had the Packers taking him. He did not have great stats his last season in college, and that's mostly because of some not-so-great quarterback play, and he wasn't utilized very well in the system. Joe also wrote a draft profile on Musgrave here. 11 receptions, 169 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown reception, but he only played in 2 games. He has his strengths at a solid size, but he's still trying to figure out how to use that to his advantage, as you see right here. And Musgrave is a good athlete, and the Chiefs love a good athlete at the tight end position. As you know, Travis Kelce is now 33 years old. He's not going to be on the field for too much longer. Might make sense to pair a new young tight end with Kelce to try and foster that relationship so we can learn from him right away. The bad news is for Musgrave here that he is not a great blocker. He needs to get more effective doing that. But Travis Kelce isn't a great blocker either, so it may not really matter. Finally, I have the Chiefs go ahead and taking care of their tackle problem with Tyler Steen out of Alabama. Now, as we know, Alabama is a top-tier college program, so he's had a bunch of success there. He's played at a high level. If you are thinking that the Chiefs might want to go ahead and take another pass catcher here, that would make total sense. People like Trey Palmer, Xavier Hutchinson, and Michael Wilson should be available in the 3rd round. Let's take a look at his Draft Network profile here. Top reasons to buy in: athleticism, lateral agility, and range as a blocker. Yes, he can block. He can block for the run and for the pass, and that's exactly what the Chiefs need, especially blocking for the pass, because their run game, really anybody could suit up and play well as long as that offensive line continues to hold up next season. He's not very physical in the run game, however, and that's a problem for inside runs. But given Andy Reid's talent in designing plays, there might be a lot of outside running schemes here that could be good for Steen. So yeah, that's just a very quick look at who I have the Chiefs taking. I'd love to know what you think. If you disagree, I mean, that's great. That's what draft season is about. So let me know what you think down below, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.